So today we are in the new shed, and what we need to do now is take the brakes off because I have the big brake kit because of the S54 swap. This is not enough. So what we're gonna do is take the front off because we need to do that anyway for the engine swap, and then take the brakes off. And that's basically our mission for today. So let's get going. I probably need to take the front off first to get the jack under it, and then we can jack up from the subframe, and then both sides can go up. So let's start taking the bumper off. So now we're gonna do probably the shittiest job of them all. Let's undo the brake lines. They are new, so they should come loose, but you never know because I don't have the special line wrench on me at the moment. So hope for the best. Yes. Now let's do these studs because we need that for the new hubs as well. Okay, we have the brake cooling plates off. So what we're gonna do now is do the control arm nut. Then we can do the coilovers, and then it should come off. So yeah, let's do this one first, see if it comes loose, and then the next two. So what I probably didn't tell you guys, I didn't show you guys a new brake set, but I'm taking these off because these are M3 brakes, and M3 brakes only can go on the M3 hubs because of the brackets apparently. So I sold these, the brakes, and of course the brakes are useless without the hubs, so we sold this as a complete package. So I got new non-M hubs where the brakes can come on. So yeah, that'll probably still take a while. So these are off already. So what we're gonna do now is do all the preparations to take the engine off. So we're gonna take the front off, then we're gonna take the radiator off, then I think the sway bars, no, it's not in the way. I think then it's gearbox mounts, engine mounts, undo the wiring, and then we should be good to go. So let's start with the front, take that off, and then we can move further from there. Now that all of that is off, I undid the wiring for the fan controller and the fan. So all I need to do is take the sensor out, then take the hoses off, and we can take the actual radiator off. And then we are close to getting the actual engine out, so let's keep moving. So to give you guys a quick update, I undid the power steering hose, the manifold from the rest of the exhaust, the clutch slave cylinder, and all that's left is the fuel line behind here, and then the prop shaft from the gearbox. And then we should be able to, of course, engine mounts and the gearbox mounts, but then we should be able to pull. So let me get those loose, then we can get pulling. I don't know if you can see it, but the drive shaft has been undone. I undid the gearbox mount, I undid the shifter linkage, I undid the fuel lines. So all that is left is the motor or the engine mount. But first I'm gonna strap up the engine to the hoist so it's safe. And then once those are loose, we can undo the motor mounts and pull it out. So yeah, let's get the crane on it. Let's go. So the engine is out. Engine bay is a bit greasy. What we're gonna do now is take the gearbox off and the flywheel, because we're gonna use the flywheel on the S54. So yeah, I think that's all we need from this engine. And the sensors for the water temp and the oil temp is also what we need. The rest is just for the next owner. So yeah, let's get the gearbox off and then the flywheel, and then we can move on to the next steps, which are in the engine bay itself. Okay. Alrighty. So the last time we took the knuckles off with the brakes, as you can see right now there are still no knuckles. So the reason is, I'll show you. Here we got the new knuckles, powder coated, but this, that one here. We got the Vmaxx Big brake kit, and on top of that we got here. You can't really see it, but it's the MK60 ABS unit. So we are going to install MK60 ABS combined with these 4-pot big brakes with floating rotors. So yeah, that's going to be a hell of a combination. So what we need to do first is get the knuckles on, and then I have new wheel bearings. Then we can put the whole package together. So let's get started. Now that we got the spindle on with a little bit of struggle, because I didn't want to go in, what we're going to do now is put the wheel bearing on with the hub, and then we can put the brakes on, and then we can do basically exactly the same at the other side. So let's grab the wheel bearing. So now that we got the hub on, we can put these studs on. Bear in mind, I don't have Loctite right now, but I will be putting them in again with Loctite. This is just to put the car on the ground. Once we're actually gonna drive it, I'm gonna redo the studs with Loctite. So now it's time to get the actual brakes on. So I got the caliper here. So I'm going through the instruction manual. Here I got the bracket. Now I'm reading the instruction manual. This is the caliper bracket, and apparently we need to install these on the bottom. So this is the right side. Caliper goes like it's on the rear. So this is the bottom. So we're gonna unscrew these. I'm saying that right? Vmaxx like this. So this is the bottom half. So let's install these brake pipes, because that's the first thing on the manual. Alright, it's on. Alright, time to put the bleed screws on, which of course go on the top side of the caliper. So what I just found out, probably I knew it before but I just didn't think of it, is that you need to use the old, or like the original bolts for the brake caliper, or for the brake caliper bracket, but I don't have that with the new hub, so I need to get that from BMW again, and that's when we can continue this. So what I'm gonna do for now is put the disc on, just because we can put it on already, and then I'm gonna do the wheel bearing on the other side, and then next time we can finally put the brakes on. So where we left off is the bolts were missing. I ordered them from BMW, here they are. And meanwhile, well, I did the bolts, or while I was waiting on the bolts, let me show you the hardware, instruction manual. Now you can see them here. These were sort of dust seals that were in the calipers where the pistons are. So what I did is push the pistons out and got the dust rings off. Apparently they're not good for truck use, so why not take them off? So we should have everything now to bolt the caliper on. So let's get the wheel off again and then let's get the caliper on. So first we're going to bolt on the bracket. Right, hope this pen works well. And mark the position of the bolt. Okay, so now that we have that, we can put the disc on. Where is it? And with that we can put the brakes on. So these pads are not the pads that will stay in here, but I'll explain that later. I am gonna change those pads later. These are the standard pads that came with the kit, but I got some better pads coming, so we'll leave those on for now. That's why we're not torquing these, because we need to take them off anyway, but yeah, looks good. Now that we have the torque wrench, we can also torque the front wheel bearing nut to the correct torque. So 3 Newton meter, there we go. Alright, now let's do the other side as well to secure it. Alright. Alright, put the wheel back on, see how it looks. So, we are back on the ground. And the brakes look amazing and massive, so I can't wait to test these out. But what we have to do, or what's left to do with regarding to the brakes, is the ABS. So there's no ABS module right here, because we got the MK60 module here. So what we need to do, because I did these last year and I really don't like them. See how that looks? That's horrible. But I did it in a rush, so I'm gonna redo them, probably with braided line this time, just to make it easier. I hate bending the lines and stuff, so I'm just gonna spend some more money, do it braided lines, just because it looks a lot better and it's easier than bending the lines. So we're gonna need to figure out the length of these and the nipples, which need to go on the MK60. On top of that, we are gonna do braided lines from the master cylinder to the ABS module as well, just because that's different. So yeah, that's brakes for now. I'm gonna come back to you once we are gonna move on to the lines and the MK60 ABS. So that's the end of the video, guys. It ended with the brakes. I'm still waiting on a lot of parts. I'm still waiting on the braided lines. I just ordered them. I'm working on this, but that's for another episode. That's still there. So yeah, a lot of waiting on parts. So hopefully we can get that as soon as possible, but I don't expect a video to go live next week, just because there's really nothing going on, because I'm waiting on parts. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you guys liked it. The brakes look massive. Since this video I already got the new pads that I'm gonna be running, so we need to change those. And yeah, exciting stuff coming up. We're just about to get started with the exciting stuff. We broke everything down, we took the engine apart, we took the old engine out of the car, and now it's time to build everything back up better than it was. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.